Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back. On this episode, we have a replay sent in from a new replay submitter, SpecialK. So I don't think I have done a replay from SpecialK. It's possible. 8541 from the Reddit clan in his T-54 Tier 9 Russian hover medium. The Heat 54. Here we go. Did I say 59? Maybe I did say 59. But anyway, this one's a T-54. And he is here on Himmelsdirt. Had to check. I was pretty sure I was right. And he's going to head over to the west side, a place I don't normally go, grabs this window and says, you know what, people like to cross right here early. And the scout is way forward, so let me see if I can just get some free damage. And so he does. 303 hit points on his way to a lot. I'm not going to give it away, but it's a lot. He comes around to the corner. SpecialK is going to give you guys kind of a master's class in medium gameplay. And he does some things that I don't do very well. And it has to do with twitch skills. He's firing HE at the light, which I don't really recommend for a tank like this, but hey, it worked out. Got a couple hit points off of him. Like I was saying, he's going to do some things that I don't really do very well. And it has to do with the precise aiming, kind of twitch skill things that everybody poo-poos so much in this game, and which I contend are very important. Now, not RTS important, not StarCraft important, all that kind of thing. But still very important in this game. If you've got good hand-eye coordination and twitch skills, it does go a long way towards helping you do better. And in the case of this game, you're going to watch him do some slides in here. That's a good little move. Now, right here, I always have trouble with this, and he's looking for highlights. And he really is able to sneak shots in under this train and punish this poor 430U here. Now, he is mid-tier in a 357, so that's a tier 10 guy sitting over there, who he is absolutely abusing. He's unable to pin there because of the angle. Notice he has not fired any heat yet. And I said it was the Heat 54. Does not need it. Has not needed it. Sneaks around here. This 103 is really not paying much attention. He drove all the way in while that guy was sitting there. Now we've got, and notice he's really surveying the battlefield around him and reacting to what's going on, as opposed to just picking a flank and driving straight down it and mindlessly face punching people. He's using a little bit of maneuver. He sees this AT-15 and he starts messing with him. One option there is just to shoot. There you go. He shot it down. That's one option, is to just take that shot yourself. But the AT is pretty heavily armored, and that's a fairly long shot, so he's going to go ahead and stop poking at him. He does take a hit from him, but he sees an opportunity to kill the Pantera. Once again, that's what I was talking about. Paying attention to the minimap and everything that's going on around and taking the shots that are given. So he crosses there. There's really nobody there watching him. That 60 TP is busy on the corner. Well, this is a great series right here. He's going to come around the corner. Puts a shot right into the back of the 103. The IS-3A with its autoloader sees him and says, ooh, I'm going to eat up some T-54 here. I should win this fight. Nope. Look at him making the angles weird. That's one hit. Goes for the track again. That's another bounce. And now he's really got this IS-3A in trouble. Had the 103 just turned around and charged in there and helped him being the IS-3, then it would have been much better for the IS-3, but he has bounced 3 of 4 shots, or just plain old missed, and down goes the IS-3, and that's just Master's class, Master's level gameplay for a medium, getting in on the heavy, track him once, guy fixes it, track him again, and now he's working under his repair, as opposed to clicking a kit, which is why some people carry 2 kits. That's another example right there where he is able to point at the back of that guy's turret as he was going around the corner and putting another shot on him. Something I struggle with a little bit lately. Just that very precise, I'm moving, he's moving, the tank's getting away, there's just a little bit of the tank there, I'm zooming in and aiming and firing all kind of at one time. Those are the little twitch skills I'm talking about. Now he sees the 54E1. That guy's isolated, so he doesn't really want to leave him behind him, so he heads off this way. In any event, the Tiger II loses his mind and just pushes in, and that's that mindless, I want to flank, let's charge on into the cap kind of thing. Tiger should have never gone in there alone. If he wanted to post up and defend a little bit further back down the road, that would be fine. He's just going to drive in amongst 2 or 3 of them and die. So he finds the 54E1, Nice job on the approach. Keeps himself hidden. Realizes that the guy's not back there where he was, so he must have probably headed in the direction he's headed, and down he goes. And the poor guy gets shotgunned by the artillery next. So Special K will swing back around. He's got the Pershing and the 50 TP to deal with, and a couple artillery, and he's got a lot of teammates. But watch what happens here. This is kind of ugly. Comes around, finds the Pershing. Pershing is not really paying attention. There we go, and the Pershing finally gets a shot in on Special K. There goes their 261. The low comes charging down the road against a Pershing and a 50 TP. Special K looked like he was going to fall back for a while. I think he noticed that the low was coming in and the 705 was behind him and figured, well, we got these guys pinched. So let's go ahead and get down here and deal with this. And he's going to take kind of a long way. I may have pushed in, used that little space right there to deal with the Pershing and a crossfire with the 705. And once you eliminate him, then we can worry about going around the 60 TP. That's one of the very few things I would have any kind of argument with on what you did there. Because down goes the low. I'm going to come back around here, though, and put a good hit on the 50 TP. T-95 is finally moving up along here, and that's a good thing. And the 60 TP realizes you're behind him and wisely moves. Now watch this timing shot. Really nicely done right there. That is something that you will learn as you get more experience, but you need to realize those shots are there. And really what he did is he aimed in at the corner, say they're going around that corner, while the guy was going from left to right and traveling this way, he went ahead and pre-aimed right here and watched his reload. So it's that just as he reloaded, he was already aimed where he wanted to be, and then he fired and was able to get that extra hit in on that 60, 50 TP. All of those little things like that put together are what wins battles. And he is up to 6,918 damage. T-95 is yelling SOS. I think if I was at T-95, I'd have just driven around the corner, but he was probably worried about getting tracked. Now his four Pershings and a crossfire from a T-95 and a T-54. Looks like maybe he tried to, I don't know if he tried to track him or what, but either way it didn't work. Artillery is actually firing from up on the hill. Down goes the Pershing. And the 705, for some reason, left and did not come in and help deal with the 50 TP. He's running up the hill to try to take on. That's the only other place really I had an argument with. I would have gone for a track. Maybe you were in third person. I wasn't sure if you were just shooting at the hole or if you were going for the track and happened to just hit the hole. That's a hard one. You're trying to charge around someone and shoot them at the same time. Would have been really nice if you could have tracked him right there. And that may very well have been what you were trying to do. We're just going to go fast because there's some goodness at the end. You always want to see when artillery dies, but it just takes a while for them to find him. The Lorraine has run. Those are pretty fast artillery. So they get around. Here we go. All right. The goodness is coming. Where is the artillery? We have 12. Oh, there he is. Found him. And a double shot. Our hero takes one more hit. 8,173 damage. Only 205 assist. Blocked. Is that 1,800? Eyes are getting bad. Nicely done with 4 kills. That was a fantastic game. I'll show you guys the results of it after this. But really just a master's class in T-54. Now, I didn't mention this early. I was curious after I watched it. It was such a good game and well executed. I'm like, well, let's check out the stats. And Special K is a good player, but he's not a 60% player. He may be now. I didn't look at his recents. But I would imagine he's a player that has improved drastically in the recent past, and his recents are well past what his standard stats or his overall stats are, which are good, but it's not a case of, oh my God, here's a 60% unicum kicking rear. But in this game, in this tank, in this match, and maybe in his recents, he is up there doing really well. And I mention that only because nearly anyone can get to that point. I could probably get most of you, if you listen close enough, somewhere around 55% recents. And then depending on your skill ceiling and ability, past that. In fact, there's some of you I can get you to 55 and you'll then surpass me. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Special K, thanks for sending that in, that replay, and that was fantastic. Well executed, well done. Only 2 quibbles, and they didn't really matter because you had 8,000 damage. So who am I to say in those cases? Take it easy, man. See you later.